Alright, time for a playthrough of Sakura Angels! Piece of advice, stay away from Sakura tiles. They are pretty much a lie to get your money. But I did not know that at the time when I bought this. But still, then again, if it's on sale, go for it! Put your money however you want, but this is a Sakura Angels. It is a visual novel. And I have no idea how I'm going to do this. If there's no voice dialogue, I may read my own lines, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Let's start. White screen, always a good way to start. And followed by darkness. Every night. I believe spacebar. I have the same dream. Every night. I'm always brought back to this place without fail. And then every morning I wake up with no memory of this place at all until the next time I fall asleep. Okay, so if you're only aware of it when you're sleeping, then how can you be telling me about it if you're only aware of it when you're sleeping? Not a single night has went by without my consciousness being dragged into the abyss. Well, that's dismal. This realm is devoid of light, so much that I can't even see my hand in front of my face, no matter how desperately I want it. So... okay, no light source. The concept of sound is just an absent. My steps silent, and my distress cries swallowed by the bordering darkness as quickly as they have left my mouth. What? That's a very weird line. I'm in a bleak, barren wasteland of nothingness. Spending any prolonged amount of time here begins to make me doubt even my own existence. I would only doubt my existence if it was in the astral plane, the theoretical, hypothetical edge of the universe where thoughts become reality. But that's a whole different ballpark. Yet I despise feeling suffocated by a striking absence of anything. I know I'm not alone. Something is watching me, stalking me from the shadows. I can't say for sure what it is, but every once in a while I catch sight of something from the corner of my view. Okay, this makes me think of some series like Sleepy Hollow, but whatever. No, they hate me, despise me. There's an overwhelming sense of animosity radiating from whoever they belong to. I know they want nothing more than to lash out and attack me, but something is holding them back. A force they truly despise. Okay, so a godlike creature? Invisible chains that bind and restrict them from the one thing that is on their mind. At first, when I began dreaming about this place, the eyes were distant, like gleaming stars. But with each passing night, the eyes seem to inch ever closer and shine ever brighter. I think whatever force has been holding them from me is beginning to fade. What will happen when these eyes reach me? I shudder to think. I know it's just a dream, so I shouldn't be afraid. You should be very afraid. There's some people who believe that dreams are a gateway to a different universe or a different world. And if you're not careful, you'll fall into this world, leaving your past behind you. But everything I experience here is so vivid. None of the usual murky haze that shrouds such a dreamlike environment seem to exist here at all. I have perfect clarity. You can't have perfect clarity. You can have clarity, but not perfect. I can feel the stagnant, freezing air all around me, enough to incite a shiver out of me every once in a while. Since I'm so used to this dream, I know how it will end. I wade through the darkness for what seems like an eternity, never finding anything until the morning finally comes and pulls me out of this nightmare. At least, that's how it usually ended. Something is different tonight. Those hateful burning eyes that always just kept out of sight before, I'm suddenly confronted by them. Never before had they been so close. Never before have I stared back into them. Their narrow, piercing gaze roots me to the spot, and a shooting pain searches through me. I can't move. I can't breathe. And then, from the darkness, a crooked smile spreads just as sinister as the eyes. Okay. I would like to see visuals of what's happening, visual novel instead of a blank black box. But you know what? You do your thing. I heard speaking. So close. Taste its freedom. Be alone now. Enjoy the peace while you can, boy, for your days are numbered. So, you're threatening me, a boy, within this universe. That's kind of fucked up. Okay. So there is speaking for them. Duly noted. Okay. My head is killing me. These morning migraines are the worst. Okay, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. That's why it was making that continuous opening sound. I was wondering why there was sound background. So apparently there was two openings, so fuck me. Yeah. So it's better now, so hopefully there won't be too more problems. Every morning without fail, I always wake up to a sensation not unlike my skull being pounded by a jackhammer. Thump! I must have fell. Oh, my head. Okay, it's my head. It's almost like a heartbeat. I feel like my head is going to split open. I don't know how you would know that. It's weird though, because even though the pain is so intense, it never lasts long. In the space it takes me to get up, head for school, the pain usually reduces to just a dull throb at the back of my skull by then. If that's always happening, for the love of God, go see a doctor, because that could be a serious sign of some preluding disease that could strike at you. So it isn't too much of a hassle in the grand scheme of things. But it certainly isn't a fun way to wake up. Well, no it's not. Or somebody like myself who suffers from tension headaches? Yeah, no. I just find it odd how consistent it seems to be. Anyway, enough pondering these weird mysteries. It's time to tackle the day! After a moment of wrestling with my blanket, I swing my legs around and drag myself out of bed. Okay. A quick look at my bedside clock tells me it's still early. But it's almost 3 p.m. You must have slept all day. Of course, that's the time I'm recording, but that's not the point. Ugh, too early. If I had it my way. Cue John Travolta. Not John Travolta, damn it. I think it's John Travolta. Oh, I'm gonna hurt myself later for not remembering this. You know, the song, I Did It My Way. Anyway, the world wouldn't start until at least a good way into the afternoon. That I agree with. But sadly, life isn't that wonderful. No, it's not. Pulling back the curtains to let the light flood into my room, I suppressed the urge to let out a hiss, almost blind myself in the process. Too bright! The rest of my time is getting ready. The rest of my time getting ready is spent fine with my uniform, a tie becoming all the more problematic to put on when you're half asleep. Okay, so my bad, I don't know grammar. That's a lie, I know some grammar. Oh god, I think I've actually got my hand stuck in it. I'm trying to imagine that. How does one get their hand stuck in a tie? Almost choking myself to death in the most pathetic fight ever, I finished putting on the tie, the rest of my uniform complying peacefully with me. Unable to find a comb, I settled for flying my hair down with my hands. Fuck, I wish it was that easy. My hair, on the other hand, I need to run it through water for it to obey. Maybe I should get some rather lens to obey. References galore. Blinking into the mirror, I left staring back at someone with messy black hair. Close enough. Somewhat dressed and somewhat ready, I stumbled out of my room. My legs still not fully awake. Uneven steps carried me dangerously down the stairs, and I soon emerged into the kitchen. Okay. I am greeted by silence. The kitchen is empty. Well, I can clearly see that. A familiar scene for me. My parents are what you may call workaholics. Basically, they spend more time at their respective jobs than they ever do here. Okay, typical anime cliche. I rarely now, with anime that I watch, you ever see adult figures in the house. I'm sure there's anime out there, but I'm talking about modern anime. It's just the life and times of the children. And hell, one of the more recent anime I watched, Golden Time, even the parent spotlight is very limited. But that makes sense because they're college students. It really does. Okay, I only ever get to catch them during the evening while they're eating, and then everyone is off to bed and the cycle repeats. Don't get me wrong, I understand they have to work in order to keep us living comfortably, so I don't hate them for it. It just gets, I don't know, lonely? Oh well, there's no use moping about it. It's been like this for years, so I don't know why I'm getting all emotional about it now. The plus side of them not being around is I quickly had to learn how to cook for myself. If parents aren't always around, I can think of other things you can do in an empty house. Wink, wink. It's amazing how fast you can adapt to that sort of stuff when you're starving. I don't think I've had enough time for anything fancy to eat for breakfast, so I'll just settle for toast. Another anime cliche. You never can go wrong with toast. Yes you can. That's not breakfast, that's just a measly snack. Okay, you... That's what I just said! You might be able to go wrong with toast. Oh god. I suddenly have traumatic flashbacks when the toaster erupted into flames. How in the hell do you make your toaster erupt into flames? What did you do? Leave the dial on, the toaster gets stuck in and just char the bread and rupture the coils? Yeah, I don't even know how that's possible. Ah, what a day that was. But I've learned from my mistakes now. It won't happen a second, third. Dear God, man! How do you set a toaster on fire twice? Oh God. Having devoured the only slightest charred toast, I sling my bag over my shoulders before starting for the front door. I have to give the empty house one last look over before opening the door. It's kind of pressing to have no one to say goodbye to. Okay, I get it. In Japan, it's usually a courtesy to say I'm off. Hell, I think I've only... No, I say I'm off to my mother whenever she's home, so I can completely agree. So, you know, forget what I thought I was going with that. But again, this has been like this every weekday morning since forever ago. Sweet. That's actually a good looking view. The sun is shining high and a cloudless sky. Birds are chirping overhead. Waves of students are passing by, happily chatting with one another as they make their way to school. God, what is the translators? Was it not translators? Well, it could have been translators, but were the writers trying to rhyme with this? It's all so horrible. Like-minded thought! I'm not much of a morning person, so I can't even begin to fathom how everyone can be so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed right now. Well, my dear friend, not all of us are morning people, and I can completely understand. I prefer to start my day at least 10 or noon. But waking up at 7 sucks. And it's taken all my willpower just to be able to put a foot in front of the other without just crumbling to the ground. Okay, that's a little over dramatic. I just have to hope that breakfast kicks in and gives me the energy I need before I'm forced to literally drag myself through the school gates. And I can relate, force myself to go on campus for my degree. While keeping my head down and my eyes glued to the ground, as I soldier on, I suddenly notice that a vibrant atmosphere from before is gone. Silence has completely taken over. My steps, the only thing making any noise. The air is still. Huh? That's a bit strange. Yeah, no shit, it's strange. Bringing my head up, I met with an unsettling sight. The street is deserted. Okay, I would be pretty damn paranoid too, by the looks of this as a city and people are walking down the streets. If it's deserted in the morning, I would be very, very freaked out. No students, no cars, and even the cheerful chirping of the birds is gone. Okay, horror movie much? What? I hurry on forward, hoping to at least run into somebody. Anyone! Oh great, the music becomes ominous now. Even the sun, once gone racing, muted, the world tinged in dreary tones. But there still isn't a cloud in the sky. Okay, this is definitely starting to freak me out. Yeah, no kidding. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I need to just... A splitting pain shoots through my head, stopping me in my tracks. Oh, God, what? This reminds me of a character from a series where... There we go, Seeker of Truth, Richard. Where he has shooting pains, he has to put the collar on. Oh, that's a good series. I recommend you check it out. Like a Syrian poker being thrust through my skull. Okay. A headache. Now, nothing is making any sense! Desperately trying to keep myself upright as I clutch a hand to my head, I stagger forwards. I think that's supposed to be forward, not forwards. Bad translation. Unlike the headaches from before that gradually died down, this one only seemed to be getting worse. Thump, thump, thump. It won't stop at all. I'm brought to my knees. I can hardly even think straight, my head threatening to explode at any moment. And then, through gritted teeth and pain expression, I see it. Something that shouldn't exist. Yet clearly does, as confirmed by my own terrified eyes. A monster. That's the only word that came to my scrambled mind. A hulking, grotesque mass of flesh with gnarled fangs and red, slitted eyes seething with hate. The closest thing I can relate it would be a dog, but no dog I know of is 3 times the size of me, its form practically eclipsing the sun. Computer? Yes, Blizzard update, damn it. Don't ruin my recordings. It snorted with flaring nostrils, something like steam being exhaled out. Given its tense stance and the fact that it's blocking my way, I can only assume it's here for me. But why? What the hell is it? Where did it come from? Why does it want me? A million and one questions race through my head, and I doubt I'm going to get any answers from this. This thing. There's only one thing I can do when presented with such odds, and that is to... Well, we have 2 options. Stand my ground or flee. That would be a choice I'll make next time.